Greetings and happy day. It's Dr. Cherry, the CEO Whisperer, and I'm here to talk to you about one of my absolute favorite topics, and that is AI. And a lot of people are so afraid of it. And as an organizational psychologist and someone who studied human behavior for a long time, fear doesn't stop things from happening. And fear, many times, is false evidence appearing real. My fear is that the very people who could benefit most from using AI are the people who refuse to use it and are spending hours and hours and hours doing things the old way. And, sometimes people say the definition of insanity is doing the same things, expecting different results. But this is not insanity. This is survival. This is a survival mechanism, and people are constantly doing what they know. And I talk to so many people, and I really want to talk to the people that are 45 and up because once you get this age, you are really, really, really set in your ways. And I talk to so many people explaining to me how long it takes them to do something and how come something is so hard. And it's many times because we're using only our mind and we don't want to give AI a shot or we don't know how to use AI. So it's like we're fighting for our limitations. And when I became a certified trainer of NLP in 2003, I will never forget understanding how hard people fight for their limitations. And it was really a life changer for me because rather than fighting with people saying, you know what, you can do whatever, I just roll with the resistance and just say, you know what? You're absolutely right. Because whether or not they believe it, then or not, that really has everything to do with whether or not it's going to be possible for them. And so my job is not to convince you that AI is the thing for you. What I really am hoping is by me using it and constantly using it, that you understand that there are some competitive advantages and there are ways to use it in a way that's going to save you time, is going to help you build systems, it's going to create some freedom for you. And is it going to take people's jobs? Take people's jobs. Jobs will be lost. And jobs are going to be lost if you don't adopt it or if you adopt it. So it's kind of like it's so weird to me. It's like, oh, so because you think it's going to take your job, you're not going to learn it. Hmm. What if you learned it and you were able to direct it and you were able to partner with it so that it would take the role, parts of your role, the parts that you don't want to do, and move them out of the way? So I just believe, you know, it is so painful to hear people with so much education, so much to lose. They've worked so hard. And when you work hard to get your degrees and all of the things you've received, you just don't like the idea that someone can just, put type something and come up with an answer. But really it's not that simple. And the answers that they may get won't be the same answers that you get because you have lived experience, you have expertise, and you have so much more. So, when you think about false evidence appearing real, I want you to think about who is using AI. Why is it that the people who have less education are the people who are willing to use it? And will that be damaging and detrimental later when they have learned how to master a skill that keeps changing every day that many people with all of this intellectual knowledge fail to use? And one of my favorite stories, I use it so often, I feel like I should give them credit, is Who Moved My Cheese? You have the little mice with the little mice brains versus the big, powerful humans that know everything. I mean, my God, when I'm talking to people on the phone, they know everything. They have tried everything. And I'm saying to myself, well, why are you still here if you know everything? It's impossible to know everything. And so it's impossible to have tried everything. It's impossible I mean, just because you've had hard times doesn't mean that there is not a solution for that. And so many times we're trying to solve a problem with the same mind that created it. Einstein said that, and I think that it's so true. You've got to flip your problems upside down and ask, what part are you? Are you a part of the problem or part of the solution? And so I want people to crash this AI party. I want you to try it. I want you to realize that it can create more than just beautiful pictures or beautiful videos. It can give you time. It can remind you when, particularly, I hear a lot of women talking about, they have brain fog and they have all these things. Well, what if AI could send you reminders throughout the day of the things that are important and what you need to do? What if AI could check your email and when you wake up in the morning, it's starting to say things to you? Hey, don't forget to do this. Oh, I noticed Bob didn't respond to that email. Do you want me to check in? I mean, just understand that fear, false evidence appearing real, I mean, it's always going to exist. I mean, people are so excited to tell other folks that they scared of spiders and they're scared of snakes and they're scared to fly and doing all those things. And those things are phobias. It is what it is. You can be scared. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it, but you really can't be scared. But it's going to happen anyway. So, you know, my hope and my wish is that you will join me in this AI party that I'm crashing. I crashed it because I recognize, and actually, I started using AI in 2023. I started using ChatGPT big time in 2023. And every time there's an update, I am improving, I'm improving, I'm improving. And I can tell I'm AI certified now. I mean, I've taken so many different classes and and my AI muscle is very, very powerful. I will not say that I know everything because that would be crazy. And I won't say that I've tried everything because that would be crazy. But what isn't crazy is you trying something new rather than constantly saying what is impossible or what other folks aren't doing. Give AI a shot at whatever your big problems are, and then you could use multiple ones. You could use Gemini, you could use Claude, you could use ChatGPT, you could use Grok, you could use Perplexity, you could use Notebook LM, you could use Manus. I mean, I can go on with the things that you could use, and all of those things would give you different probabilities or possibilities or ideas to potentially solve something that you've been racking your brain with for a very long time. So that's what I wanted to talk about, just this whole idea that fear exists. I'm not saying that it doesn't, but I'm saying do it anyway. Be scared, you know, be scared. Mystical has a great song about being scared. But I want you to just do it anyway. And the reason why I want you to do it anyway is because I don't want you to wake up one day wondering if you should have tried to learn AI. And, of course, everybody goes way down the street. Oh my God, they're going to take over. It's going to be like iRobot. All the computers are going to do that. Well, guess what? Maybe that will happen. Okay. I'm not saying that it's not going to happen, but today it hasn't happened. And while you're talking about all of the reasons why you can't do it or you shouldn't do it, people are doing it every day and they're learning things that are very, very helpful for their life. They're learning things that will free them up. They are learning that it makes a lot of mistakes, just like human beings. And so you have to correct it, but they keep getting better with it. So they are even getting better with their AI models. So their hallucinations aren't as big as they were the first time they started because they're even able to tell it, here's what I want you to do. And every time your directions will get better. And think about having a junior employee work for you, somebody who doesn't know anything. Well, you're going to have to train that person. You're going to have to train them. Yes, you have to train them. You cannot expect them to know everything. And so I want you to crash the AI party with me. And I'm going to, keep asking for you to join me. Come, come talk to me about it. Ask me the questions. Get in one of my classes because this thing is so important. It is truly, truly, truly important. And some of the things that you're spending hours doing, AI can help you save time. It really can. Some of the things that you're complaining about, you're walking around complaining, beating up your brain, your brain, not recognizing that there are other tools and techniques out there that can help you solve the problems. So I believe in being a problem solver and I like solving things. And so we can solve them together. I'm here for you. I'm here with you. I think AI is very, very important, very, very powerful. Do I think that there's some problems with it? Absolutely. But I also think that the majority of the people in the world are good. Do I think it's some crazy people in the world? Absolutely. But I don't have time to focus on the crazy all day. I focus on the good. And the more good I focus on, the more good I get. So you can have your fear, it's not going to change what's going to happen. People were fearful of the internet, it's still here. People have been fearful of almost everything, they're still here. So AI is not going anywhere. And it is something that you can master and you can make sure that no matter what your position is, that you have a place. And you might not be at the same job because who knows what might happen to that job. That job might close, but you'll have a skill set and you'll be able to develop a skill set that you can take any place in the world. So I want us to grow. I want us to change. I want us to empower ourselves. I want us to think, what if, right? What if? What is possible? I want us to think about curiosity and get in there. Yeah, yeah, get in there. Yeah, let's wobble on in there. I want you to crash that AI party. You hear the music, you hear it, and you get mad when other people are in there. You know, I watched this lady on TV. She was just angry, like her whole disposition. She was mad that people use AI to use open their blinds and stuff. She's like, I don't want to do that. Well, guess what? She doesn't have to. And you don't either. You don't either. But please don't be mad when other people are using technology and relaxing while you up all night doing whatever it is you're doing, trying to make ends meet, while other people are taking the easier way out because they've learned a skill. And so you can't, they say don't hate the player, hate the game. And in this situation, you can hate the game or the player, but it's not going to change the situation. I'm inviting you to this AI party. I want you to crash it with me, and I hope you will. I hope you will. Sign up with me, reach out to me, ask me any question you have about AI. I have a passion, particularly for people who are 45 and older, because we have a lot of information. We have a lot of lived experience. We just have some rich things that we can use to really change our life. Yeah, it can change your life. It's life changing. So that's all I want to say. See you soon.